So, do you want to be in charge of your own moods, your destiny? Do you want to be able to create your own story as you go? Most scientists believe that we do nothing other than following the already written script and we're playing to that. It's called determinism. Even most religions will accept that there are other powers that they make out what happens in my day. But really, do you want to be in charge of your destiny, your mood, your choices, your story from today? It is possible, but there is a truth into this idea that we are already made and we are playing out to the script. There is a scientific truth into that as well. So the only way to break out of this preordained cycle of stories is to understand how we are predictable. Then only we can gain the manual control of this mind and our circumstances. The reason that scientists believe that we are predetermined, meaning that my genes, my social conditioning, my habits, my addictions, my education has already set me up to be who I am, and I play my life into those tunes. I basically act to the script written for me by the universe. The reason for that is very scientific and can't be denied, because our body is made of trillion cells, molecules, atoms, electrons, ions, compounds, and they work together. This massive number of the small agencies that they are cells, that they have massive machineries within, signaling, consuming energy, communicating, defending, creating. They work together to make me wake up in the morning and I say, hey, I'm here, good morning. Okay? They don't ask our permission in doing so. They work. This is a huge universe within. Most of their activities is governed by the DNA information that they already have. And the rest of it is guided by our social conditioning, habits, parental attitude, and so on and so forth. So, when I wake up in the morning and I go for the coffee machine, that decision is already made for me and I own it up. When I drive back home from work and I end up being at the McDonald's drive-thru and pick a burger, I own up that decision, but actually it was made for me by my cells of my body, particularly by the neuron cells of my brain. There are about 100 or more billion cells of neurons in the brain. And these cells, like little spiders, have got little legs, and through these legs they make connections with each other in the order of 100 trillion connections. They're joining each other. And they talk to each other, they message each other. And these messages are about how do I feel, what would I like to eat, what do I fear. But the tricky part is that they don't actually connect. They hold the space. And in that space, they send messages. And if a majority of those brain cells, those neurons, agree that I should be angry, then I will be angry. They don't ask my permission to turn the anger on in me. I feel angry. I experience anger. I own it up. but they trigger it for me. You never decide to be angry. Okay? You also never decide to be hungry. So far so good, but the problem comes when I wake up in the morning and these cells decide the mood of the day for me. Being melancholy, being slightly depressed, not excited, not sure, having a bit of a fear or some anxiety. They never asked my permission, they decided that for me. That is where the problem is. That is where we can interfere. And that is the point at which we can say, I want to make my destiny. Now, 2 points very important. One is that whenever we give in to the fear, anxiety, anger, envy, any of those negative energies, we put the whole body under duress, and then our immune system shuts down and we are exposed to all sort of physiological problems, not mental, just physiologically we are actually at risk. The opposite is whenever I ask everybody to be quiet, there is no fear, there is no anger, there is no desire, it's just me and these beautiful trees, I'm here. As soon as we rise above that commotion, like a ghost of the machine, our immunity system works at its maximum level, and our ability to own up a decision that we initiate is maximized. A decision which has nothing to do with the past or future. It's like a revelation, intuitively, a creative way of living today. Making such decisions that people around us are surprised. Wow, where did you get that idea from? That's not your usual self. No, that's my true self today. Hey, I am rising above the machine and I want to experience this life on my term, not what my genes dictate to me, not what my social conditioning require, not playing to my addictions and my likes or dislikes and fears and desires, but I want to experience. This rising above is most empowering for the whole body, because every single cell in this body says, hey, we have a chief. And you act as a chief in command, in full authority of this existence. And that is when a new destiny will arise, a new pathway, a new idea will come. Disconnect from all the possibilities and assumptions and these inadequacies, a lack of confidence. Disconnect. All of a sudden you make a decision to do a certain thing which is inspirational, creative, fantastic, and you will also do that. That is when you actually defeat your preordained destiny and you write a new pathway. So yes, we are embedded within our destiny, the script written on us through our DNA and social conditioning, but we can rise above whenever we switch off all these machineries. Quiet, everybody. Inside. No, birds can sing, the insects can sing, the nature can sing, but inside, quiet. I'm present. I'm ready to receive. And that is what I teach in my courses called Mind Your Thought.